It's September 1st. Welcome to Inside the Show as rosters have expanded. Starting in the AL East, the Jays combined to give up just 5 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 6-2. At the start of the day, the Blue Jays sit in second place in the American League East Division. They're 18.5 games out of first. And the Athletics are leading the AL West. They are enjoying a 5.5 game advantage. The Minnesota Twins only allowed 2 hits in the game as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 5-1. Entering the day's action, the Rays are in third place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Twins are sitting atop the AL Central, 3.5 games ahead of second. Hunter Wood got his third win this season as Cleveland took care of the Yankees 4-3. Also from Cleveland, right fielder Mitch Haniger has been recalled to the major leagues from AAA. Heading into the day, the Indians are in second place in the AL Central, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race. While the Yankees are leading the American League East, they are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The Detroit Tigers brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they beat the visiting Red Sox 9-2. In other Tigers news, starting pitcher Daniel Norris has been promoted from AAA to the majors. As of today, the Tigers are in third place in the AL Central, 12 games behind first place, while the Red Sox are in fourth place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first. The Rangers had 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Orioles 5-4. In other Orioles news, shortstop number 7 has been recalled to the major leagues from AAA. As of right now, the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Astros amassed 14 hits in the game as they got the extra innings win over the White Sox 7-4. Entering the day's action, the White Sox are in fourth place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Astros sit in fourth place in the American League West. They're 19.5 games out of first. Eric Swanson got the win, number 7 thus far, as the Mariners pushed past the Angels 3-1. Heading into the day, the Mariners sit in third place in the American League West Division, 17 games out of first. And the Angels are second in the division, 5.5 back. The Braves combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 7-6. In the standings, the Braves are in first place in the NL East. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Rockies are in second place in the NL West, 4.5 games back. The Diamondbacks allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-1. As of right now, the Marlins sit in third place in the National League East Division, 18 games out of first. And the Diamondbacks are leading the National League West. They have a 4.5 game cushion. The Phillies allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-2. At the start of the day, the Nationals are in fourth place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Phillies are second in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. Jesus Luzardo got the win on the mound, his 14th this season, helping lead the Cubbies to a victory over the Mets, 7-4. As of today, he is in the top division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place, 3-2. In the standings, the Red Central Division, they're over 20 games out of first. And the Brewers are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The St. Louis Cardinals launched 3 home runs as they sank the visiting Buccos 6-5. As of today, the Cardinals sit in second place in the National League Central, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race, while the Pirates are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Playoff contending teams are making their final push to the end of the year. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL East, the Toronto Blue Jays finished off a 3-game sweep as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 3-0. As of right now, the Indians sit in second place in the AL Central Division, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wildcard. And the Blue Jays are in second place in the AL East, 17 games out of first. The New York Yankees pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 3-2. At the start of the day, the Yankees sit atop the American League East Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Rays are third in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Orioles combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Red Sox on the road 4-2. Heading into the day, the Red Sox are in last place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Orioles are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Chicago White Sox broke up their 5-game losing skid as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 6-0. Entering the day's action, the Tigers sit in third place in the American League Central, 17 games out of first. And the White Sox are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Kansas City Royals totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 7-5. As of today, the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Twins are atop the division, 6 games up on second place. Aaron Judge plated 3 runs on the day as Oakland pushed past the Angels 5-2. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. As of right now, the Angels sit in second place in the American League West, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wildcard, while the Athletics are atop the division, an impressive 10 games ahead of second. Brian Flynn got his 7th win out of the bullpen, leading Texas to victory over the Mariners 5-4. In the standings, the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Mariners are third in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Atlanta Braves earned the 3-game series sweep as they got the home victory against the Astros 1-0. The win was their 7th in a row. Heading into the day, the Braves sit in first place in the National League East Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. While the Astros are in third place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. The New York Mets allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 3-1. Entering the day's action, the Marlins are in third place in the NL East, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the National League wildcard. And the Mets are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Philadelphia Phillies went deep 4 times as they took down the Nationals in Washington 9-5. As of right now, the Nationals are in 4th place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Phillies are 2nd in the division, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race. Nate Pearson earned the W and his 19th win this season as the Cardinals beat their rival Cubs 3-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. As of today, the Cubs are in first place in the NL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Cardinals are 2nd in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Cincinnati Reds had 12 hits as a team as they plundered the Pirates 7-0. Heading into the day, the Pirates sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Reds are 3rd in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Arizona Diamondbacks knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 6-0. In the standings, the Rockies sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, 1 game out of first, while the Diamondbacks are atop the division, 1 game ahead of second. Zach Gallen earned win number 7 this season as the Dodgers were winners over the Padres 3-2. At the start of the day, the Padres sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, 11 games out of first. And the Dodgers are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Derek Rodriguez twirled 8 shutout innings before turning it over to the bullpen as the Giants disposed of the Brewers 4-0. Entering the day's action, the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West. They're 15 games back, while the Brewers sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And that's all we've got for now. Lots of exciting pennant chase action coming your way later today. Tune in tomorrow for a full recap. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. In the National League wildcard game, the Miami Marlins sent 3 balls into the seats as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils, as they will now continue their postseason run and move on to play in the National League Division Series. And that's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow for another postseason recap. Have a great day. Hello, baseball fans. Thanks for joining. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. In Game 4 of the AL Division Series, the New York Yankees hit 3 long balls as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 5-4. They've now tied the series at 2 heading into Game 5. In Game 4 of the American League Division Series, the Cleveland Indians combined for a 4-hitter as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins, clinching the series and stamping their ticket to play in the ALCS. And that'll do it for today's postseason recap. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. In the 5th and deciding game of the NLDS, the Marlins allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field, clinching the series and earning their right to play in the National League Championship Series. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason.
Let's play ball. Take your base, ball 4.
Like to welcome those of you just tuning in. You're just in time. We're here in the first inning with no score.
Cody. Take your base.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Athletics.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort, and definitely was a factor in the win here.
No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Yankees, 2 runs on 8 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. In Game 3 of the World Series, the A's nabbed an extra innings win over the Braves, 3-2. They will take...
Play ball.
Welcome, everyone, as we'll join this game.
Play ball. That's ball four. He's out. Ball four. Take the ball. 3. Ball four, take the base. He's out. Ball four, take the base. 3. That's ball four. He's out. Ball four, take the base. 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Athletics, number 39, Aaron Murmur.